Well, this has been quite the week, hasn't it? After beating two Premier League sides in the FA Cup already in the last couple of episodes, today we're away against Manchester United in a game where we're going to get stuffed, but hopefully we're going to sort out the financial future of this club. And to warm up for it, we won our last league game 9-0. We're a good team. Hello and welcome to part 32 of It's Coming Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that massive Manchester United game. I mean, that's all it's about, isn't it? We're away against Manchester United. We do have an FA Trophy semi-final as well. The first leg of that against Aldershot will be coming up. But it's all about Manchester United and all about what it's going to do to the finances. We've already made a profit this season of £677,000 in the Conference North. Our balance is already sitting at £335,000 after the cup run that we've been on. We're going away from home to the largest ground in English football in a competition where there's a 50-50 split of gate receipts between home and away team. We could make £1 million out of this match. I can't emphasise enough how important this could be to the financial future of home. Oh, I'm excited. Also wondering if we're on the verge of setting some kind of English football record for consecutive games unbeaten in cup competitions, all cup competitions. Because obviously we won the FA Trophy last year and we've gone all the way from the qualifying rounds to the fifth round of the FA Cup this year. We're still in the FA Trophy again at the semi-final stage. I'm not going to sit and do the maths. Perhaps there's a nerd watching who'd like to do that for me. But we must be 25, 30 games unbeaten in all cup competitions. Has anyone done that before? What's the record for that? We did stutter a little bit before Altrincham, but look at this. This is silly. 9-0 against Altrincham. And Mick Powell only got one of them. We are top of the league at the moment. I'm stalling getting into the Manchester United game because I don't want to see us get absolutely smashed. I've just enjoyed a 9-0 win. I don't want to sit on the other end of a 9-0. But we are now 5 points clear at the top of the Conference North with 5 games to go. Wrexham have just absolutely imploded. I don't know what's happened at Wrexham. Mick Powell's a top scorer in the division. Colley and Vaughan, our centre-back partnership, are the two best players in the division. Mayall's got the most clean sheets in the division. We are looking very good for back-to-back-to-back. We're sorting out the financial future against Manchester United, and we could retain the FA Trophy from the Conference North. This is the team we're taking to Old Trafford. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Why does the team look like that? That's not even the team we played in the last game. I think I was playing around with this last night because Ian Dolo still injured? Bear with me a moment. Let me pick a team. Right, I now remember what my thought process was last night. Basically, I want to go back to the 4-3-3 because that's what we've been using in the FA Cup. The only problem is both Pozo and Phillips are injured, so we can't. We don't have anyone else who can play there. Martin Smith is the closest we've got to a defensive midfield player. He's accomplished there. I mean, do we just drop him back? Or do we have Ian Dolo in and do the 4-2-3? That just seems mental. I'm not sure we're gonna do this. Especially because, what's his face, Hornshaw played really well in the last game anyway. So we'll do that in midfield. What does Smith want to be here? Just be a defensive midfielder. What does Pozo normally do? Just be a defensive midfielder on defend. I mean, you're not very good at it. That's the problem. Deep lying playmaker on defend. That's probably the best we're going to get out of him. So we're going to go with this. We're going to get absolutely hammered. Oh, we haven't got a central midfielder on the bench. It's a mess. We're going into a game against Manchester United and we don't have the players that I would like to take there. I'm looking for the first one I see out of Benson or Buckley. Right, there's Benson. He can come on the bench at the expense of Casey because we don't need him. So, this is our team to take to Manchester United. We've got Mayle in goal, a back four of Critchlow, Noble, Vaughan, Colley and Diallo with Smith as our holding midfield player, Wolf and Hornshaw ahead of him. Powell leads the line, supported by Clark and Broom. Connor Stanley has decided to stop trying to force through a move, so he makes his way back onto the bench. But because he was sulking for so long, he's not match fit, so he doesn't get to start. But fingers crossed we can reintegrate him into the squad soon. Cottrell's going to be quite upset not to have started, I think, because he was very good in the 9-0 win in the last game. But if we're going to be playing a 4-3-3, I want one of those wide players to be an inside forward, which means Clark has to play. Let's get into the game. Let me know your score predictions down in the comments as well. I think we've been waiting for an absolute battering in the last 2 rounds. I think today is the day we get battered. I don't know how strong that Manchester United team is. I hope they've done what the last 2 teams have done and put a lot of reserves in. But let's calmly say we're underdogs here. Go out there and give the fans a performance. I expect no. Got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone what we're capable of. No, let's just do that one. We're the underdogs here. And then it's Mick Powell's happy about it. As long as Mick Powell's happy, we're all right. We're very good too. We're going to be... Yeah, we've got to play down any chance we've got of winning this game. Right. Here we go then. We are away from home against Manchester United. What we're hoping for is that the ground is absolutely packed. It is the 5th round of the FA Cup. I'd like to think, regardless of opposition, Manchester United sell out for the 5th round of the FA Cup, surely. We've obviously not brought very many fans, but we just want to make as much money as we possibly can from this match. Unbelievably, especially after our heroics in the last couple of rounds, this match still not chosen for TV. So there's no TV revenue for us to get our sticky little fingers on. But it looks pretty close to a sellout to me. And a sellout means we are in the money. We're already losing, but who cares? We've already had our days of victory. Today is all about the next 5, 6, 10 years of financial stability at the club. We've done what we've done in the last 4 seasons or 5 seasons or whatever it's been without any money. We could be going into a conference national season with over £1 million in the bank. We'd be the richest team in the conference off the back of this. The new ground we're moving into in the summer, which we still need a name for, by the way. Get your name suggestions in down in the comments. But we could move into our new ground with it completely paid for by a cup run the season before. It's mad. It's just mad. We're not even getting completely battered yet. We've had 60% possession against Manchester United. What is going on? I mean, we are losing, but we expect to lose. I want that to be 75,000. Is that their capacity, 75,000? I want to see that there's 75,000 people in here when it ticks over into the second half. That would be the biggest cheer in the history of this save if there's 75,000 people in this ground. Because, oh my word, the monies. We've given away a penalty through Diallo. There's not a lot he could have done about it. Let's see if Mail can make himself a hero. He can't. We still don't care. It would be nice to avoid total humiliation, but I don't know, as a Conference North team going away to Manchester United, is there a scoreline that's total humiliation, even if you lose 7 or 8-0? You're a Conference North team. You're supposed to lose 7 or 8-0. I don't think there's a scoreline where we come away really low on confidence and humiliated. We just want to see that attendance. Right, half-time. Does it say attendance on here? No, we need to wait until the second half starts. Team talk-wise, let's passionately, no, not that one, calmly, that. Just keep everybody calm and happy. And 58,900. I mean, it's not 75,000, but that's still going to be an extraordinary amount of money. We've brought over 1,000. We've got more away fans have come with us to Old Trafford today than we normally have for a home game. Where are you every week, lads? It's like the 3,000 who went to Wembley last year. We've got double the population of home currently in Old Trafford supporting home. But we need those people in, week out. I'm toying with the idea of bringing Ian Dolo on and doing the 4-2-3-1 for the last half an hour or so. I don't know what we've got to lose by doing it. And it seems really harsh on Smith to play him out of position. And also a little bit harsh on Ian Dolo for him to... When he's played so well to get us to this point, I know he's not really been part of the cup run. I suppose he's been playing on the wing. I might bring him on. I'm not sure. I want Mick Powell to get a goal at Old Trafford. That would make me happy. Right, Vaughan to Wolf. Out to Clark. I think Cottrell's coming on for him as well in a minute. Critchlow Noble, so far. I love the fact our fullbacks are still pushing on and trying to help us attack, even though we're being comfortably beaten. Comfortably beaten, whilst controlling possession still, I might add. Look at the state of this. Oh, my word. Good job they didn't have any attackers. And they're just knocking it back and forth across our penalty area now. It's like we don't have any defenders. Right, let's make that tactical change we talked about. We're not doing this. Let's not get anybody under any false pretenses. We're not doing this under any expectation it's going to get us back into the game. We're doing it because I want to get these players onto the pitch and give them a taste of playing at this level. So Hornshaw can come off for Ian Dolo. Cottrell can come on that left wing. That midfield looks fine. And looking at the bench, I think the final substitution will be Connor Stanley coming on because he's stopped whinging. Let's give him 15 minutes at Old Trafford as a little pat on the head. Here you go. Here's your reward. This is what happens when you stop whining. And of course, in fact, Connor Stanley was a Manchester United trainee. Forget 15 minutes. He can have 20 because he'll be very happy getting the opportunity to play at Old Trafford, coming through the youth team here. Everyone's composed. Everyone's composed or motivated, which is good. No one's lost their head. We've absolutely not been humiliated. 3-0 away against Manchester United is a very, very respectable result. Joe Colley almost. Oh, that was so close to us getting an away goal at Manchester United. Oh, can you imagine the celebrations from the villagers if we'd have scored a goal here? But 3-0 defeat. We've got to be super proud of that. Passionately say. Despite the result, I am pleased with your performance. They're all delighted. Fingers crossed, we keep morale in place going into the next game. And now we look and see how much money we've made. Oh, I hope I've not misunderstood the rules of the FA Cup. Right, inbox. Who cares about any of this? We received £999 for losing. But what we want to know... So we had £335,000 as our balance before. If the FA Cup works the way I think it does, we should be close to £1 million now, surely. Oh, that is remarkable. We made £1 million in gate receipts from one game. That cup run could not have gone better for this football club. We have made a profit of £1.5 million this season. Our new stadium that we've not even moved into yet is paid for. We've got £1 million in the bank. Can you imagine what kind of budgets Sir Enoch Nuhu might offer me next season? If I was, I would not object to him taking £500,000 out in the summer because he's bailed us out so many times in recent years. Just take £500,000 back. We can make do with 600,000, Sir Enoch. My word. Right. Well, the FA Cup story is complete. Now we face Aldershot and try and get 1 foot back at Wembley for the second year running for another payday if we can get there. Another trip to Wembley. Right, a few changes for the Aldershot game then. Shane Phillips is fit enough to sit on the bench, but still not probably fit enough to start. Certainly not match fit enough. But we are shuffling back round to the 4-2-3-1. Wolf drops down to the bench for Ian Dolo to come in as the attacking midfielder. I've also brought Cottrell back into the side. He's obviously going to play as a winger. And put Diallo down out. I mean, Diallo's been dropped out of the squad completely. Warren Clark, we've done this a few times. Warren Clark is actually an accomplished right back. As much as I like having him in the team up here on the left wing, Cottrell's been in such good form. We're going to drop Clark back to right back. This is what we did the last time Cottrell played particularly well on that left-hand side. And it gives us the option to switch things around if we need to later on in the game. But Aldershot are a team that we can't take lightly. They are a good side in good form. I wouldn't be at all surprised, especially off the back of the United game, that we might struggle a little bit here. And there you go, we're huge underdogs. Aldershot are in the division above us. I want to use some passion. Yeah, let's go out and cause an upset, but make it clear I understand that we're underdogs. But, I mean, we've caused some cup upsets this year, and as much as I was telling you all along against Manchester United, I expect us to lose. In this one, I know we're capable of beating Aldershot. We've beaten a lot of conference national teams over the last 2 seasons. I would expect, assuming, and it's a big assumption to make, but assuming we do get promoted this season, whether it's automatically or through the playoffs, I would expect us to be a top conference national team next year, because we've beaten lots of those, especially with the money we're going to have. I would expect us to be challenging for promotion again at that level. So I'd like to think Aldershot are a team we can beat. It's just whether we've got the emotional oomph to do it after what just happened to us. But Mick Powell's just got his 30th goal of the season to put us 1-0 up away from home. This is a two-legged affair, remember. So we have got a second leg that I'm probably going to do the second leg offline, because I don't want this season to drag out forever. I'd like the episode that's going to come out on Sunday to be the end of the season, really. We've only got like 4 games left in the league, so it'll either be the last couple of games of the league season or the last game of the league season and an FA Trophy final, depending on what happens across the 2 legs against Aldershot. But I don't want to do lots and lots of episodes for the season running, because I think we're all pretty keen to see how we spend this money and what happens next year. Mick Powell has just put us 2-0 up. Mick Powell switching to being an advanced forward might end up being... There's been a lot of pivotal moments in this series, but it might go down as the most important decision I've made at any point. Making that man an advanced forward. He's like a new player. He's done a Mick Powell again. The amount of times Mick Powell has done a Mick Powell at this point. But I emphasise again, we're playing against a team from the division above. And our young 20-year-old striker who's come through our own youth team is ripping them apart. 2 goals already. Broom with 2 assists from that right-hand side. That's why Connor Stanley still has to sit on the bench, because while he was having his little sulk, someone else has come into the team, impressed and taken his spot. So he's going to have to work hard to fight his way back in the way that Cottrell spent the last 20 games doing, forcing his way back into the side. Right, we'll assertively say, let's not get complacent. No more of this babying them and pandering to their sensibilities and whatnot. Let's just, right, come on, we're home. We win matches. Just don't mess up, is pretty much the summary of what that halftime team talk was. We've had 65% of the possession in that first half against a team that are better than us on paper. When we play well, we're a very good side. Cottrell's not playing very well at all, though. So I am thinking, I mean, Clark would be the obvious one to push up there, but we don't have Diallo on the bench to come on for him. So what we could potentially do is bring on Shane Phillips for Cottrell, and stick Iandolo out there, stick Phillips back there, and just to make sure all the other instructions follow over as well, just go to the 4-3-3, and then Hornshaw can come off for Wolf. We get a more attacking option in the middle then through Wolf, who did get a hat-trick in that 9-0 win in our last league game. And for my final trick, I want to get Connor Stanley on. Again, making it clear that now he's cooperating, we are reintegrating him back into the squad. He'll be starting again before long. Broom, even if he starts for the rest of the season, Broom won't be here next year. Stanley's under contract for the next 2.5 seasons or 2 seasons. So Connor Stanley's in this for the long haul and will be our first choice starting right winger again before too long. I just felt the need to teach him a lesson, man management and whatnot. Right, this match needs to end, really. I need to go and have a lie down. I feel drained after what's happened to us in this last few episodes. This has been... Will there ever be another week like this in the history of this save? I don't see how we can ever do a week that tops this one. This has been mad. But, wowzers, £1 million in the bank. Arsenal beaten. Mick Powell's in for a hat-trick, but it ends up going out for a corner. Still got the opportunity to grab a third goal. 3-0 from the first leg, and surely that's us back at Wembley. It's Powell who's picked it up again from the corner. Iandolo's chasing back to try and get hold of that, and then remembers we're 2-0 up with a couple of minutes left. He doesn't have to bust his backside to get there. He can just let it go out for a throw. It was our ball anyway. Phillips out to Iandolo. Shane Phillips hasn't played a lot of football this year, so it's good to see him back in the side. It's really unfortunate for him that he picked up an injury at the same time as Pozo, because otherwise he would have played the last 6 games and been there at Old Trafford. Right, let's passionately say good result. That should be 1 foot into the final at Wembley. And I'll just double check the fixture list, but I'm pretty sure there's not many games left. And we are on Sunday. We'll just do the last 2 games of the season, whatever they may be, whether they're league games or a league game and a cup final. Oh, actually, Yeah, we might, in that case. There's more games left than I thought. I think what we'll actually do on Sunday is the second leg of this and Macclesfield. I thought there was like 3 games left in the league, but there's plenty of league games left. So, yeah, we'll do the second leg of this semi-final on Sunday with one of the league games from either side of it, and then we'll get into the business end of the season at the start of next week. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.